thank you for subscribing.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll keep it up.
Hey, I'm Birdman.
I'm Bruce.
Time to get on target at
The Hub.
How you doing, Bruce?
Not bad. What's new, man? What's new?
It's another day in the neighborhood.
Another day.
A wonderful day in the neighborhood.
You're gonna bring like your little slippers and stuff and put them on.
Well, we're gonna change you out of a pistol and into a rifle.
Yes, I guess because we're going to talk about training just a hair, but this is about
Just a hair?
just a little bit.
Is that like a rabbit?
Yes.
I'll point this not at your head.
Ow. Okay. So anyway, Smith & Wesson M&P 1522.
Yes.
This is called the Sport. Now we've done something similar to this before, and the reason we're doing this one, this is a little newer model than the original one I had.
Right.
And I'm not sure. Don't you have a model of this or no?
A model of
Don't you have one of these?
Oh yeah, I have
Which one?
I have the ATAC, I think it was. Yeah.
But it doesn't have the M-LOK like
No,
this?
it does not have M-LOK. No.
Okay.
It's metal.
So the difference is they have about a half dozen different models now, but I'm going to differentiate this one because it's got an M-LOK.
Okay.
Okay, and it has comes with pop-up Magpul flip-up sights, which we kind of like, and you could actually change this grip if you want.
Right.
But anyway, let's do a quick shoot of it first.
Okay. So it looks like Mag-LOK was involved in this gun quite a bit. Or
Magpul?
Magpul,
Yeah.
Mag-LOK.
Yeah, M-LOK,
M-LOK.
Magpul.
Yeah.
And you're pulling on the Magpul. No, that's just a regular
Magpul. Yeah, but it is, isn't it?
I mean, you can be changed.
Yeah.
But this is a Magpul foregrip.
Right.
And the sights. And you could add other things to it. But for somebody that wants to add something, I think most of these came with a little bit of a rail here that fits on an M-LOK. I think it's in the box.
Right.
And then you could add other things if that's what you want.
So when you started to shoot, I thought you were shooting suppressed at first, and I was like, oh no, it's a 22.
Yeah, there's no
I just
recoil.
wasn't paying attention this morning.
Yeah, so basically we just put two targets out and shot two in each one.
Right.
With these, and I put the large peep because, as you know, my eyes are getting better as I get older. So I got the large peep on there, and we just did a couple shots, so that was kind of fun. Why we're bringing this up again today, because we've been talking about training, and we have an announcement pretty soon about training to make next week or something.
Next week or something?
Yeah.
Okay. You've been threatening that for a long time.
That is loud.
Yeah, it goes right up.
It's louder than the 22 was.
Pretty much louder than the first shot.
Okay. At least you know the sight went up.
Yep.
So anyway, getting back to why this is so neat. So let's just do some grading on it, and we'll kind of get into it as we go.
Okay.
Number one, I guess I didn't bring the mag over. I got to leave for a second and bring it back.
Where's he going? Where'd he go?
Here I am. Okay, can I put this here so we can see it?
Sure.
We all know 22s. Well, let's just go to the problems 22s have and then why this one doesn't have the same problem.
Sure, why it doesn't have the same problem?
Most of these 22 problems are, of course, they're not gas operated.
Okay.
They're what they call blowback, or they work off recoil.
Right.
And we all know 22s don't have much recoil. So if they start to get a little dirty, okay, and they're not clean, whether it's a handgun or a rifle, you start to have problems, and they get particular on what kind of.
It's a good
there he
reason
goes.
to use CL1. That's
they get
why.
they get particular on what kind of ammo they like.
Okay.
So they like to have about 1,200 feet per second. So you can even get some bulk. They seem like they run 100% on that Federal bulk box, but they don't necessarily run on a Winchester. But they do like CC mini mags, and of course everything likes that. We fired some 40 grain in that today. And just shot a quick, I think it was probably 20 rounds. So the magazine is 25, and what I like about this compared to other magazines, and you can put some pressure on it, it's really well built, and it comes apart easily, and it completely comes apart to clean. And you could use it as a bludgeon tool.
Sure.
If you need to. Yeah, very simple. So that's nice. And you're not going to find too many of these that go more than 25 rounds. So let's just talk about that real quickly. We don't do features that often, but 25 rounds. Seems like when they get any more than that, they start to get a little kitty wampus in here, and they don't operate perfect. So the mags are unbelievable, and I think they sell for like $19.95 or $20 a mag. So that's cool. So As a trainer, why we like this one compared to some of the others is the fire controls on it. A lot of people have ARs now, and that's the
Right.
reason we're doing this one today as a cross trainer. But if you look at the fire controls on it, the mag release,
Right.
and the fire and safe, and then the bolt drop,
Right.
and even the charging handle, although it doesn't go back very far,
Right.
because it's only a 22. So it's very easy to train this and then the stock and everything else.
Right.
Now, this is not going to have quite as much recoil, but all the changing of the magazines,
Everything's the
bolt,
same. Right.
all the things are the same.
Right.
And with the price of stuff, it's a good alternative to use this in between your training sessions, especially if you're trying to train family members and you have an AR-15 now.
Right now, trying to find an AR-15 is a little difficult.
Yes, it is.
So it'll come back.
And when you look at ammo for this, look at the ammo cost of what 22s cost compared to 5.56.
Right.
Now, the first thing people will say, well, this is not an inexpensive gun. Correct. This is about a $400 gun. But if you try to compare it to converting your AR-15 to a 22,
Yeah.
there's a couple good kits out there. By the time you get a couple mags, you're in about $200, I believe. But since they work with your upper has a gas tube and stuff in it.
Right.
They tend to get dirty, and we know 22s seem to be very dirty.
Right.
Especially if you put a suppressor on the end. Of course, this has got a threaded flash hider on the front. But what happens, they get extremely dirty. So if you're shooting a lot of 22s, and 22s are easy to shoot a couple hundred rounds at a session because there's no recoil and they're inexpensive. So when they start to get dirty, they recommend that you shoot a few live rounds of 5.56 or 223 at the end.
Right.
Maybe 4 or 5 of them. I think they used to have it in the directions from CMMG.
To clean it out. Yeah.
To try to clean it out. So, and then I know there's somebody out there that probably knows how you can plug that, and so you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But since they are so dirty, you could do that. You're going to save about half. But then you don't have another gun.
Right.
So it's another gun. It could be used individually, separately, however you want to use it. I think is something worth looking at as far as a training device. The scores category, we're going to call it like a plinker trainer. I don't know what else to call it because these are so much fun just to go out and shoot.
There you go.
But then as a cross trainer with an AR-15, it fits in
Right.
perfectly. Representations in A, manufacturer's history. This particular gun, these are unbelievably reliable, and it's probably because this mag is so good. Manufacturer's history is an A. Intuitive safe handling, it's an AR-15.
Right.
There's nothing new. Carry options is a B. It does. You can get a quick release, a hook on an M if you want.
Right, right.
It's got a strap, so there's some other things you can do with it. Function. Of course, we only fired 20 rounds, but I had another one at home that's probably fired 25,000 rounds.
Right.
And they're extremely. The only time they ever have any problems is when they get really filthy and you're not using the right ammo.
Right.
A lot of times we try to use less expensive ammo. The feel, of course, we're going to give it an A because it does feel like an AR, even though it's lighter.
Right.
Costs $400. It's expensive, but we're giving it an A because it actually fulfills what it's supposed to do.
Right.
You can actually use it as a plinker or as an AR trainer. Shootability, of course, is an A. You saw the target, and that's with the large peep on it. Now you can you can put anything you want on this top rail. You can put a little red dot.
Right, right.
It depends on what your other gun is. Now my other one, I think I'm going to convert it and put a handle back here. Mm-hmm. And so it's almost like the ones we use in training
Okay.
for the
Yeah.
ARs. They have the handle. So it all depends on what you have. If you can afford to change it and have another red dot, if it's not real expensive, you can put that on there.
Cool.
So overall evaluation, this is probably our first A. Now with that, I'm going to bring up last week where we had a little problem with the ammo on that
Right.
28. I ran more ammo through it, no problem. I did not run that ammo through it. Okay, so that's that ammo we've had issues with before on the range, and I want to let everybody know.
And now
that,
you can use lead on the range, so
yes.
we're
But
out of that
we had
issue.
leftover stuff, of course, we tried
Right,
to
right.
get under the wire, and we have to show that it didn't work.
Right.
So that's back. So that's going to get a little better grade, too.
Cool.
But this is, especially now, when everybody's looking at buying a handgun, buying a basic gun, we're selling a lot of Glocks, a lot of revolvers,
Right.
Basic type guns, basic ARs. And we're going to get into cross-training with that Glock kit.
Yeah.
And a couple other things in the future, but we're really going to start talking about more trainings.
Okay. Cool.
So that's basically it today. It's nice and short and sweet. Did I just turn it off? No,
Okay, so a little interruption there because we had a little dropout on your mic, but hopefully
Little
everything's okay.
malfunction.
So this is the M&P 1522.
M&P 1522 Sport
Sport.
with the M-Lock.
Okay, Cool. It got an A.
And it got an A. Oh, we already read this.
Yes. You did.
Okay, I'm catching up.
There you go. Cool.
Okay, is it daytime?
Nope, good. Hey, so make sure you check out thehubaz.com and the Instagram and Facebook, all of that. Anything else, Bruce?
No, I'm excited about the training, and I think everything is really going good for what we can have right now. I don't want to downplay our daily issues, but we're doing better, and we appreciate everything.
Hey, I'm Birdman.
And I'm Bruce, and be safe.
Thank you for subscribing.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll keep it up.